Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys. Welcome back to another Beast in Black reaction to the song Broken Survivors, which what I saw from the thumbnail is a
Berserker?
Berserk,
The
callback.
anime.
Yes.
In Miura.
He passed away, right? I think,
Yeah.
what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago?
Both you and I are big anime fans.
We're big anime fans. I can't say I've recently been,
Yeah.
but we both grew up watching the original Berserk show.
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan, yeah. I mean, overall, I think more 80s, 90s anime. Akira, General,
Vampire Hunter D, Ninja Scroll, Escaflowne and all that stuff.
So, and I know these guys are big also fans of anime. I already like basically everything I've heard and I've done reactions to this channel.
Have I heard anything?
I've shown you off camera.
Okay.
It's going to be the first reaction to us doing Beast in Black together.
He supplies the material, I regurgitate it, and I always constantly have to remember the name.
With that being said, let's get into it, see what we got here.
Let's do it.
It's from a new album, I believe. Guts.
Keyboards.
The keyboard. Right.
Epic. This is epic.
It's like, you know what? This could be like the intro for Berserk with like an 80s VHS feel.
Straight up 80s like anime. Oh, this is juicy stuff. The art, by the way, is awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah.
I'm digging this.
I've always liked about Beast in Black how they incorporate electronic music very lightly into their songs to really enhance. There's this 80s
and very understanding of the source material, how the 80s sounded. They don't seem like a cheap imitation of the previous sound. They're tapping into the old school 80s and using the keyboards very appropriately, I think.
Some of the members of this band, I think they originally were in another band called Battle Beast.
It's an older band?
It's an older band,
nice.
And then they've separated, and he created this band. But it seems like he's a veteran of the music industry, heavy metal music industry in general. I love his voice.
I love the cheesy lyrics coupled with the context of the song that makes you feel something. They're obviously tapping into, trying to remember Casca, right? That's her name. Casca and Guts.
But that's not Casca, right? That's a general. That's the first general.
That's the girl he falls in love with, the one that loses her mind. Casca.
Maybe I'm forgetting.
Whatever. I'm sorry, guys. We're probably forgetting. But the point is, the lyrics themselves are like deliberately cheesy. Once again, tapping into that old 80s style. But what the song is about brings an emotional component that I really dig. I really like this.
And I like his, they call him the Greek Rob Halford, because he's also like, he's bold, he's full of passion, he's like energetic. But I think it's a kind of downplaying his skill, because he's different. He has a different kind of vocal. He also has a really nice vocal range. He's able to do whatever he wants, but he has his own flavor to the vocals, which I think is really cool. At first, I had trouble getting into him because he would only hit really high notes.
He's the kind of guy that before his channel started, he's like, give me harder, give me more. It has to be intense.
I'm still like that.
I know you are, but you kind of toned down a little bit. It got more into power metal scene as well.
Yes. This definitely could be an intro.
Yeah. Yeah, the nice range.
What was that?
His vocal range is nice.
He's nice.
Yeah,
he's
nice.
really, he can do that smooth kind of.
And he's soulful.
He's soulful, yeah. And I remember back in the day, of course, first of all, what I wanted to say is, among the Berserk fans who are also into Beast in Black, is the new show worth watching, the CG one? Because we've never got into it.
I've heard back and forth. Some of my friends tell me they don't dig the fact that they try to replicate the animation. I'm a 2D, a traditional animation trained myself, BA in that field. Some people don't appreciate the fact that it's cel-shaded, but the story is good. Others told me that neither the story or animation is good. And the third kind of fans tell me it's all dope and I should check it out.
Yeah. And what else? We're also a big fan. Remember the Dreamcast Berserk game?
Yeah. They have one on PS4 that I want to check out.
Yeah. So we're already on board. I need to get into Beast in Black more because you know how picky I am with power metal.
Yes, you definitely are. Especially if it's the mellower kind.
Yes. And for me, this band immediately connected with me.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's the synthesized 80s kind of keyboards that really get me.
I think it's because they know what they're doing.
Yeah. But there's a lot of bands you don't try to introduce me to, which are like considered to be very famous, and I just can't get into it. To me, it's either mellow,
like Candlemass.
Candlemass. I mean, I don't know if it's traditional power metal.
We'll get there, yes.
But that's not power metal.
Yeah. So epic.
Epic, yeah. This is awesome. In the memory of Kentaro Imura, yeah.
Yeah, Kentaro. That's so nice of them to put. I appreciate that.
I also, you know what this reminds me of? Remember the Meatloaf song, I'll do everything but I won't.
Yeah. So guys, I want to say something as I mentioned before in the video, I have BA degree in traditional animation. I've never pursued it professionally, but I do understand the art of it. I want to give a huge shout out to the artists behind this video. I hesitate to say how much of it is actually pulled from the actual manga, because it did have some of the colored major images and then the black and white manga. But whoever put this together as a video, guys, the artists, you did your job. Representing the franchise, representing Guts, all the major characters, Griffith there in the background, all dope. Fantastic work.
And it's, I think, their second song that they've based on Berserk. So you can tell the guy who put this together, he's a huge fan.
Man, this is so nice at the end, in memory of guys.
Of course.
Props.
And now from the fans as well, is how do you feel about this song?
It's great. I think it's a great power metal song. It's a bridge between old and new. New kids could listen to it and say like, hey, what does more of metal sound like that I could check out from bands in the 80s? Yeah. Old school fans could listen to it like, hey, this is a younger band doing the sound like this. Let me check out a newer band like this.
Well, it's for me also, this band has this thing of the understanding of you don't need to have 7,000 riffs to create a catchy, very energetic. It doesn't have to be the fastest song. I think they just know how to write music.
Yeah,
because it's simplistic. It has a nice soulful solo. It has really nice kind of highlighted vocals from this guy. I forgot his name.
By definition, it's a formulaic song, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. No. It's never a bad thing.
It's never a bad thing.
It fits into a particular formula. It's 4 minutes and 30 seconds, something that you would play on the radio. But you know what? When you are a master of your craft, when you know all the elements and you combine them all together, that makes people feel something.
Yeah.
I talk about on my Star Wars channel, guys, that regardless of what the quality of the film is, regardless of what movie you take, if it makes you feel something, that's what makes a fan. Not the quality of the film, of being like cold and dispassionately trying to analyze it. It makes you feel. This song makes you feel something.
I agree with that. And I want to hear from the fans of Beast in Black. How did they feel about this particular song? Are they excited for the new album that's coming out? And just their overall feelings. And obviously, again, people who are not aware of this band. There's a lot of people that sometimes will watch a reaction and they've never heard this band. And that's how they discover them.
But also, Berserker and anime fans, let us know, how do you think this video represents the franchise?
Of course.
Because I thought it was on point.
And by the way, guys, if you are, since I'm sure people watching this video and are into Berserk, you're nerds just like we are, and geeks and nerds. If you're into Star Wars, go check out my brother's channel, Star Wars Timeline.
Star Wars Timeline on YouTube, Star Wars Timeline group on Facebook. We always chat about everything Star Wars, guys.
And with that note, guys, make sure to take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, and
live long and prosper.